In the verdant heart of the great Rift Valley, where the sun caressed the land with its golden fingers, there lay the village of Mabea. This village was known for its lush landscapes, vibrant markets, and the serene Lake Niru, whose waters shimmered like sapphires under the African sky. The people of Mabea lived in harmony with nature, and it was said that their ancestors were blessed by the spirits of the land. Among the villagers was a boy named Kofi, whose eyes sparkled with curiosity and whose heart beat with the rhythm of adventure. Kofi was known for his kindness and his uncanny ability to connect with the natural world. He often roamed the dense forests surrounding Mabea, listening to the whispers of the trees and the songs of the birds. One warm evening, as the sun began its descent behind the rolling hills, Kofi ventured deeper into the forest than ever before. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine and the hum of nocturnal creatures. He followed a narrow path that led him to a secluded grove, where the foliage glowed with an ethereal light. In the center of this magical place stood an ancient baobab tree, its roots coiling like serpents around the earth. As Kofi approached the tree, he noticed a delicate figure perched on one of its low-hanging branches. She was a fairy, her wings shimmering like moonlight on water, and her eyes reflecting the hues of the forest. Her name was Amina, a guardian of the grove and a protector of its secrets. Intrigued and enchanted, Kofi greeted Amina with the respectful bow he had learned from his elders. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice trembling with wonder. Amina smiled, her laughter like the tinkling of tiny bells. "I am Amina, a fairy of this forest. And who are you, brave boy, to wander so far from your village?" "I am Kofi," he replied, "a simple boy with a love for the forest. I have never seen such beauty as this place, nor such a radiant being as you." Touched by his sincerity, Amina descended from the tree and stood before him. "You have a pure heart, Kofi. It is rare for humans to see fairies, but you are different. You belong to the forest as much as I do." Over the days that followed, Kofi and Amina spent their time exploring the wonders of the grove. They shared stories of their worlds, laughed together, and learned from one another. Kofi showed Amina the ways of the village, teaching her about human customs and traditions. In return, Amina revealed the secrets of the forest, teaching Kofi about the spirits that dwelled within and the magic that flowed through the land. As the seasons changed, so did the bond between Kofi and Amina. Their friendship blossomed into a love as deep and enduring as the roots of the ancient baobab tree. Yet, they both knew that their love faced many challenges. Amina was bound to the forest, and Kofi belonged to the village. One fateful day, as the villagers prepared for the harvest festival, Kofi stood by the edge of the grove, torn between his love for Amina and his duty to his people. Amina, sensing his turmoil, appeared beside him. "You must go, Kofi," she said softly, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Your people need you, but know that my love will always be with you, no matter where you are." Kofi took her hand, feeling the warmth of her touch. "And my heart will forever belong to you, Amina. I will never forget you." With a final embrace, Kofi returned to his village, carrying with him the memory of their love. Though they were apart, the bond between them remained unbroken. Kofi became a leader in Mabea, guiding his people with the wisdom and compassion he had learned from Amina. And every night, he would gaze towards the forest, knowing that somewhere within its depths, Amina was watching over him. In the years that followed, the story of Kofi and Amina became a cherished legend in Mabea, a tale of love that transcended the boundaries between worlds. And it was said that on quiet, moonlit nights, the villagers could hear the gentle laughter of a fairy and the joyful voice of a boy echoing through the forest, a reminder that true love knows no bounds. As the years went by, Kofi grew older and wiser. His leadership transformed Mabea into a thriving village known for its harmony with nature and its vibrant culture. Kofi often shared the story of Amina, teaching the younger generations about the importance of respecting the natural world and the magic that lies within it. One day, a terrible drought struck the land, threatening the livelihood of the villagers. The crops withered, and the once lush fields turned brown and barren. The villagers looked to Kofi for guidance, hoping he could find a solution to their plight. Determined to save his people, Kofi decided to seek Amina's help. He journeyed back to the enchanted grove, now overgrown with even more vibrant flora, and stood before the ancient baobab tree, calling out for his beloved fairy. Amina, guardian of the forest, I need your help. Our village is suffering, and I do not know how to save them, Kofi pleaded. Amina appeared, her ethereal glow brighter than ever. She looked at Kofi with deep affection and concern. I have been watching, Kofi. I know of the drought that has plagued your village. There is a way to bring water back to your lands, but it requires a great sacrifice. Kofi listened intently as Amina explained that deep beneath the ancient baobab tree lay a hidden spring, a source of life giving water. However, to release the water, someone with a pure heart must merge their spirit with the tree, becoming one with the forest. Kofi's heart ached at the thought, but he knew what he had to do. If it means saving my people, I will do it, he said resolutely. Amina's eyes filled with tears, both of sorrow and pride. You have always been brave, Kofi. Your selflessness will not be forgotten. With a heavy heart, Kofi embraced Amina one last time, feeling the warmth of her love. He then approached the baobab tree, placing his hands on its rough bark. As he did, a radiant light enveloped him, and he felt his spirit merging with the ancient tree. The ground trembled, and the hidden spring erupted, sending a cascade of crystal-clear water flowing through the forest and towards Mabea. The villagers rejoiced as the water revitalized their crops and replenished their wells. They knew that Kofi had made the ultimate sacrifice to save them. In honor of his memory, they built a shrine at the edge of the grove, a place where they could come to pay their respects and seek guidance. Years passed, and the story of Kofi and Amina became more than just a legend. It was a testament to the enduring power of love and sacrifice. The villagers of Mabea continued to thrive, always remembering the boy who had loved a fairy and saved them all. In the heart of the enchanted grove, the ancient baobab tree stood tall and strong, its leaves rustling with whispers of the past. And on quiet, moonlit nights, those who ventured into the grove could still hear the gentle laughter of a fairy and the joyful voice of a boy, echoing through the forest, a reminder that love, pure and selfless, is eternal. As generations came and went, the story of Kofi and Amina continued to inspire the people of Mabea. The village flourished, its fields lush and its people prosperous, always guided by the values of love, sacrifice, and harmony with nature. The shrine at the edge of the grove became a sacred site where villagers would gather to celebrate, to mourn, and to seek wisdom. One day, a young girl named Zara, whose curiosity and adventurous spirit reminded the elders of Kofi, found herself drawn to the shrine. She had heard the legend countless times and felt a deep connection to the story. Determined to learn more, she ventured into the enchanted grove, much like Kofi had done many years before. The grove welcomed her with a gentle breeze, the trees whispering secrets, and the flowers blooming in vibrant colors. As she approached the ancient baobab tree, she felt a presence, warm and familiar. Placing her hand on the tree, she closed her eyes and whispered, "Kofi, Amina, if you can hear me, I seek your guidance." To her astonishment, A soft glow enveloped the tree, and she heard a gentle voice. Zara, brave and kind-hearted, you have been chosen. The spirit of the forest lives within you, and you hold the power to continue our legacy. Zara gasped, her heart racing with excitement and wonder. What must I do? She asked, eager to fulfill her destiny. The voice of Amina, filled with love and wisdom, answered, Protect this land, guide your people, and always remember the bond between nature and humanity. The magic of the forest flows through you, and with it, you can bring balance and harmony. Zara felt a surge of energy and purpose. She vowed to honor Kofi and Amina's legacy, using her newfound connection to the forest to lead her people. She returned to the village, sharing her experience with the elders, who recognized the signs and welcomed her as the new guardian of Mabea. Under Zara's guidance, the village continued to thrive. She taught the villagers sustainable farming practices, healing rituals, and ways to communicate with the spirits of the land. The bond between the people and the forest grew stronger, and the grove became a symbol of their unity. One evening, as Zara walked through the grove, she felt a familiar presence beside her. She looked up to see a shimmering figure, Amina, the fairy who had loved Kofi. You have done well, Zara, Amina said, her voice like a soothing melody. Kofi would be proud of you. Zara smiled, her heart filled with gratitude. Thank you, Amina. Your love and sacrifice have given us a future. Amina nodded, her eyes sparkling with tears of joy. And remember, Zara, love is the most powerful magic of all. It transcends time and space, binding us together forever. As the years passed, Zara's leadership ushered in a new era of prosperity and peace for Mabea. The village became a beacon of hope and inspiration, attracting visitors from far and wide who came to learn from their wisdom and witness the harmony between humans and nature. And so, the legacy of Kofi and Amina lived on, not just in the stories told by the villagers, but in the very essence of the land. The enchanted grove remained a place of wonder and magic, where the laughter of a fairy and the joyful voice of a boy could still be heard, a timeless reminder that true love and sacrifice create bonds that endure beyond the boundaries of life itself.